Alright guys, we're in a lobby. It looks pretty full. And Russian caster linking his stream for the players. And already got mine linked for them, so we'll be getting underway in just a moment, guys. We'll be starting on Route 66 for the first map. This will be a best of 3 still. So I forgot to drink more water. Never drinking enough water, never drinking enough coffee. That's the life of a caster. But nonetheless, guys, we'll be right into the game in just a moment here. We're going to have the side of B.Fly taking on Arcadios Green. Arcadios Green? Is it Arcadios or Arcadios Green? And so we'll be watching this match next, guys. Welcome to the channel, Devek. Thank you for stopping by. As we'll be getting underway into this match in just a moment, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is the ESL Atlantic Showdown EU Qualifier number 4, and this is so not centered, but whatever. Lots of people stopping by. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Pog champs, Pog champs, Pog champs. Not that. Rip. Rip. Can't say that on stream, but yeah. Kappa, kappa, kappa. So we'll be getting underway in just a moment, guys. We are ready, and that is WROUK and Arcadios Green. Going to be having a lot of fans stopping by. Thank you guys for tuning in. And let me switch over here. Ready here. When teams are. I will need a moment when we get into it to go ahead and adjust the titles at the top, guys. So it will take just a second. At the beginning, there will be a little bit of typing, and that's going to be the case as we're going to be switching it away. We'll be saying goodbye to you guys, and we'll be saying hello to the game. So we don't have Mata Mata playing anymore. We have the side of Arcadios. There's an A there. Arcadios Green taking on the side of B.Fly, and it looks like they're going to be switching different sides, of course, right? This is always how it works out. Always how it works out. I always put it on one side, and they're like, nope, nope, guys, sorry. You're actually... Cast are going to have to change this. So we'll be changing this, guys. Ignore the time left. I will be removing that by pressing a hotkey. That'll be gone. And at the top of your screen, you'll be able to see where we are at in the series. You guys see that we are in the round of 32. We're in the game 1 of 3, and we'll be getting right into the action. Okay, they're an up-and-coming team? Okay. I mean, B.Fly is, we'll see what ends up happening here. As I've yet to cast Arcadios Green, so we'll see how it goes for them. B.Fly, definitely a team that I'm expecting to make it to the round of 16, which means they'd have to go through Arcadios. So Arcadios has a big challenge ahead of them. Of course, B.Fly missing some members. Casper not here today, and another member missing from travel. But we'll be getting right into the introductions for the side of B.Fly, taking up the defense. We have Fisher going to be picking up a Reaper. Outsider going to be on his Zarya. Zelda going to be picking up a Lucio. We have Gaikin on a McCree. MVP Badger going to be picking up the Reinhardt. And last but not least is going to be Tom on the Zenyatta, the new Mercy of the game. Right? Mercy's gone, guys. Mercy doesn't exist. Only plays Zenyatta. Over for the side of the offense, we do have McCree. For the side of Arcadios Green, Exceed is going to be picking up that McCree. We have WROK. WROK is going to be picking up a Anna. We have a Dro from C picking up the Zenyatta. Tommy W, or just Dub Tommy, we're calling that, is going to be picking up a Reinhardt. Graceful on a Genji, and last but not least, Asia is going to be picking up a Diva. So we're going to stick on the Anna, guys. I've yet to watch an Anna in a payload map in competitive. We'll see how they can work with Anna, how they can get it done. Of course, Anna does deal with Zenyatta very well with that biotic grenade if you can. Arcadios. Did I get it wrong? I have spelled it wrong. Okay. Well, I will get that fixed right now, guys. We are going to have some shots going out here. There's an extra A. I'll get rid of the extra A. As Charge going to be coming out. Fisher looks like he's going to end up taking out Graceful. As Graceful got a kill onto Badger. Exceed going to be getting his own kill. And that's fixed. There you go, guys. We'll be right back into the game now. No more interruptions. As Gaikin's going to be able to take out Exceed. Exceed taking out Fisher, so 1-for-1 trade right now. And this Anna's still alive. Doing a lot of damage, getting up to 50%, but will end up going down to, it looks like, Gaikin. As Gaikin is able to get some good shots there, cleaning up quite a few heroes. And it looks like Doe is going to be in a door. Is going to door for MC, is going to end up going down there. As he takes 3 shots from Gaikin and ends up going down. Left click, Graceful, headshot, going to be taking out another target, and then looks like Asia's going to be down as well. So that's going to be the first offense from the side of Arcadios getting cleaned up here. It was a long one, and they got a lot out of it. They got the payload basically to the end of the point, so not that bad, I gotta say. And we'll get them right. I do fix it, guys, of course. It is on a 1.5-minute delay for, you know, cheating reasons and such, but outside of that, guys, I am watching the chat best I can, listening to you guys. Mercy is not banned. There's no more Mercy, as Gaiken is going to be able to take out Exceed. That's going to be a suicide. Doesn't end up doing that much. That's good for the defense, but we'll see what the offense can get done with that, as Asia did get the ball off at the top of the gas station. Outsider's going to be able to take out Graceful. If you have that nano boost available, looks like they're not going to be able to get it off. Exceed still alive, though. He's one of the last members alive, as he just recently respawned, going to be trying to get back onto the point to fight it out. And B.Fly having dominating control right now of this gas station. That's what you want to see in these maps, guys, or in Hollywood, or sorry, Route 66 specifically. It is a map that favors the defense when you're able to get control of this gas station. Once you have control of this gas station, it basically makes it so all of the flanking routes are naturally covered by the position itself, so the position is insular to itself. Once you have control of it, all the accesses to it are controlled by it, so it is a position that is very dominating if you're able to maintain it. Now, the side of Arcadios needs to get something going to fix that. Primarily, it's going to be coming off the back of good ultimate usage, and that's going to be a good use right there, but no, Gaiken with the Deadeye over the back of it during the... Oh, that was just disgusting. They did charge through, busting that barrier. And Transcendence is a great ability, but Transcendence does not counter immediate damage done. And because McCree charges damage up over time, it, well, you know, doesn't really get healed over time. It just bam, you're dead. Yeah, so good answer. There's a lot of internal synergies between running McCree Zenyatta against McCree or Zenyatta. It's kind of funny. It's one of those incredibly synergistic combos, both in against each other and outside of each other. Gaiken gonna be able to take out Grace, so that's good. We'll see though. The offense, 25 seconds remains here. Arcadia screen on the clock. War does have that nano boost. Let's see who he ends up giving it to. They need to get something done with it. Going to be topping everyone off with that biotic grenade, making the healing extremely potent. There's going to be a drop beat coming out from the defenses. There's going to be a counter shatter and a death blossom coming out from Fisher, and Fisher wiping the floor there as he pushes through. However, they did get the nano boost off, and who did the nano boost go off onto? It looks like it went on to Exceed, but Exceed ends up going down, and Graceful is the only one left alive. He is on the point. He's dancing around as long as he can. We're going to go ahead and switch to him, but right as he gets dinked in the head by Fisher, and that is going to be the first defense coming out, as B.Fly is looking very strong today. Now, unfortunately for the fan of Arcadios Green, like I said, they have a very tall order ahead of them, as they have B.Fly, one of the better teams right now in Europe, definitely solidified in the tier 2. I would say B.Fly, when they're playing at their best, can take games off of Too Strong, some of the best teams in Europe right now. They've looked decent against Reunited. They've looked decent against Misfits. But they're missing some members right now, so it'll be up to the side of Arcadios to see if they can step up and be able to put the side of Banana Fly on the defense. And that's kind of what it comes down to in these games. It is like let me just say that a million times. Overwatch comes down to a lot of tempo. At the end of the day, if you don't have tempo, it becomes very hard to win, right? Like, think about it this way. When you're pushing into this point, like, let's say the payload's right here, and you have all of your team on the payload, right? And you, of course, you have your flankers, right? Genji's maybe over here. You have a Widowmaker or whatever, Sniper, you're in your Pug, you got a Widowmaker over here. But the defense, right? They got 2 or 3 right there. They got 1 over here on this catwalk, maybe another one on this side of the catwalk. And they just keep hounding you down. And every single time you guys push up, you keep taking all this damage. And you try to run up and you try to get those kills. But they have this tempo. They have ultimate. They have positional advantage. They have all of these other advantages accrued together into a momentum advantage. And the only way to break that is by ultimate usage and big synergy combos. And I don't just mean ultimate synergies, but of course, like, non-ultimate synergies, right? Reinhardt charging into a barrier while there's a Deadeye available. One ultimate plus a non-ultimate makes one ultimate much better. Those kinds of situations. But if you don't have tempo in Overwatch, you're going to lose the match. It's just that simple. It requires so much tempo because of the way the game is designed. It's a very fast-paced action, very fast-paced shooter. The team fights happen often and decisively usually. Sometimes they will go on for prolonged periods of time, but that tends to benefit the team with the better sustain, as we're going to have the Winston initiating in here along with the Diva. They're going to be going for double initiation tanks. No Reinhardt here for the side of the defense. His outsiders are going to get bopped out of his mech, taking a lot of damage, but does get a lot back onto Tommy as he's down to half HP, but will get topped off here. Does eat that fire strike. Outsider extremely low, but it doesn't look like they will be able to capitalize, and there is going to be a Mercy being run here on the side of the defense. That's going to be Dofer MC. There is going to be another initiation coming out here as Winston's going to be zoning back. And as you can see, this is what I'm talking about, aggression. There's just so much for the side of the defense to deal with. It feels like every single hero on the offense is in their face, fighting it out right now. Fisher getting himself 2 kills as he channels out that Dragon Blade. He's dashing through, dealing a lot of damage to that Roadhog. They know that Roadhog's going to end up going down. Fisher and Outsider have that agreement, and Fisher is left alone to deal with that, and that is going to be a team kill. The only member left alive is going to be Graceful. And of course, he's going to be on the run back, and it's going to be a decent run. He's almost there. Might be able to stall it up for just a second, but he's going to have to get through way too much, and that is going to be the first map going to the side of Banana Fly, or B.Fly. As, oh, I forgot to change the numbers. I completely apologize, guys. Completely ignore the numbers, as that is a completely failed production. And just blame the caster, guys. Just blame the caster. So, Tom. Okay, I can see why. He did a lot of damage right there. Lots of healing. Ends up keeping his team alive for a long period of time. But we already have the pick coming out. They're going to go immediately into King's Row. So they want to take it to another payload map. They don't want to take it to a frag match. They feel like they are a weaker team when it comes to fragging. Or at least they don't feel comfortable on King of the Hills, at least to take on Banana Fly. So we will be going to King's Row, a very standard map. I gotta say it favors B.Fly, but we'll see. I mean, it ultimately comes down to whether or not they step up, right? So, like, B.Fly is at a level right now that is probably above the side of Arcadios, of course, because of tournament experience, because of the people they get to play with. At one point, B.Fly was looking to pick up Too Easy before he left with Shadowburn and another player. There's some, like, drama with that, whatever. But, like, they have lots of connections. They play with really good players. But, like, that's the situation. Arcadios needs to step up. But if Arcadios can, and they can throw B.Fly off of their game... I need to change this before I switch. But if they can throw them off of their game, then you can get into a situation where the better team all of a sudden feels naked, right? Like, well, we shouldn't be losing this team. Why is this Genji getting all these kills? And no, the overlay is not up to date. I'm wacko. I apologize. It is up to date now when it says 1-0, but about a minute behind it isn't up to date. And so, letting you guys know that the overlay will be fixed. So there we go, King's Row, guys. And I believe it's the Morgana is his name. I watched the video again this morning, just like, because I always say that guy, but I wanted to get it right. It's like Morgana or Morgana. Well, not Morgana as in the League of Legends hero, but Morgana. I think that's what it is. But of course, he very important Omnic, the teacher / master of Zenyatta, and Zenyatta is the master, or Genji's master. So Zenyatta has Morgana as a teacher, and Zenyatta teaches Genji. So interesting how that goes down. A little bit of lore there, but they're convinced that Ana's good on attack, and I don't blame them. I do think Ana can be a very strong hero. I think that she does a lot to counter what's going on in the current meta. I think that, frankly speaking, one of the biggest problems you deal with right now in the current meta is this hero called Zenyatta and Transcendence. And you know what? There's an ability that was added to the game called Biotic Grenade, and Biotic Grenade prevents all healing done. So if you can get a good Biotic Grenade, you can stop Ana from, or you can stop Zenyatta from saving your team from a Dragon Blade. It gives Genji more room to operate. So we'll see if they can end up getting it to work here. They did get a little bit onto the map en route, but they didn't end up getting that far. The offense continues to push forward. It's going to be a defensive initiation here, as they didn't want to wait for the fight to come to them. As Fisher's going to end up taking out Tommy, as Gaiken's going to take out Rook. And it looks like Exceed is going to end up falling as well, as Fisher gets himself another kill, taking out 2 total in that fight. And this is what I mean by aggression. You can tell by the way Banana Fly plays it. When they play offense, they're in the faces of the defense. They're aggressive. They're either waiting to farm up an ultimate because that's their goal, and they're explicitly protecting that player and making sure no one dies so that ult gets farmed up, or B, they just go, go, go. You want to catch the defense off guard. You want to get the first frag or 2. You want to win the crisis management situations, and you want to win the fight. But if you get stalled up, it gets awkward, you start making the wrong steps. You take too many steps to get where you need to get, and too many shots are taken, and you end up falling down. So far, good defense, though, from Banana Fly. 1 minute and 20 seconds on the stopwatch. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left for the side of Arcadios to go ahead and work this map. Do have a Death Blossom coming out here in just a second for Fisher. But a Deadeye, this could be it. This could be their moment. Exceed going to be pulling the trigger, doesn't get too much with that Deadeye. And there's going to be a great Transcendence coming out as well, topping off everyone on the defense. Tom, again, with the timing on that. Gaiken going to be getting a kill, so does MVP Badger. His outsider gets a double. Resurrection is there, but Fisher there on top of it with a Death Blossom, able to basically take all of them. Gaiken going to help clean up that Zenyatta, as Graceful is going to try to get away, but takes an outsider right-click lob to the face, as Zarya is able to take out that Omnic. And, well, Genji may not be an Omnic because the heart of the man still beats inside of him, but Outsider doesn't care. Zarya hates Omnics. Disposes him indiscriminately, and now the offense is going to be back in another position to get back grouping to fight it out. But there we go. There's a Dragon Blade. Flashbang. Earth Shattered. Cleaned up. Fisher going to be helping with that, and now there's going to be a Deadeye coming out from Gaiken. He has 2 chicks. Not going to be any kills, though, as he doesn't get enough of it. And looks like that is going to be another defensive win here as the side of... I apologize for that, guys. Do need to put my phone on the ground, make sure the ringtone isn't on. I do kind of like the switch to a Pharah. I mean, it's kind of a situation where they're just not having a good luck getting enough damage in. They're not winning these trades. I don't know. Not a good situation. We do have... Oh, there we go. Steve going to get a kill on the MVP Badger. Fisher, though, with the flank, going to be able to get around the back. Does get that kill, and now there's going to be a Graviton Surge with the self-destruct. Doesn't get many kills, but I'll tell you what did. That Graviton Surge into team kill in the side of B.Fly looking very good right now. Arcadios screen. The end of their road looking more and more clear right now. But at the same time, there's still time on the clock for it to change. And the difference between an owner is that the owner is the one who is like the legal owner of it. He's the one who, at the end of the day, takes full responsibility for all actions of the company and stuff like that. But the manager is going to be there's going to be a great Death Blossom coming into the side of Hotel over the Resurrection. It looks like Warrior K does get himself a kill. Rook actually as the team though. Team kill is going to come out from B.Fly as they're going to end up cleaning up that offense very well. But yeah, the owner is basically the one who's responsible. He has all the money, all stuff like that. But he's the one who is technically in charge of, quote unquote, the manager, right? The manager is the one who's going to be seeing. Like, the way managerialship works is you have, at the highest level of managerialship, you have the one who oversees the farthest down the road, like somebody who's looking to look at a year, 2, 3 years down the line. And then at the lowest level of managerial, you're going to be looking at your day-to-day managerialism, stuff like that. So you have different degrees of it, but the owner is always going to be the one his name is tied to it, right? If I were to own a team, then I would hire managers, I would get people to run the team, but at the end of the day, I would have the final call for what's going to happen with the team and stuff like that. Well, try to be fair and balanced with a little bit of drama and hype, of course. Unfortunately, balance does get rid of drama and hype. There has to be some story to be told and some team to lose, but nonetheless, we can still highlight all of them. The question, of course, becomes, can we see a full hold from the side of Arcadios here? It is possible we could see a 2 full hold going into the, what do you call it? Tiebreaker into Ilios, and then we could have a best of 1. Maybe the side of Arcadios Green is able to get something going off the back of that, but if it's based on anything before, guys, we have to be very honest with ourselves that B.Fly is definitely the better team in this series, and they most likely are going to win. Arcadios Green, definitely looking good. First time I've ever seen them. All of you guys in here that are fans of them in chat seem to definitely be following them around, so they definitely played in a few tournaments. Would like to see them. I don't know if they play in Go for Europe Cups, but if they're not playing in the Go for Overwatch Cups, they should definitely be playing in those. Definitely be getting in more tournaments. But it's not over yet for them, of course. Don't want to sign the book too soon, as there still is a defense left available for them to get something done. No stopwatch needed here, as the defense just needs to hold this point right in front of me. If they don't hold this point, it is going to be over. And we are going to be seeing a 2 over to B.Fly, and we'll be getting into the next match of the stream, guys. But what's going to end up happening here, as we do have a charge coming out from the defense. Not too much from that. Looks like it ends up not working out as Tommy ends up going down, but Graceful does get a kill off the back of that, and it looks like the offense is actually having a bad time here. The side of Arcadios Green is having a good defense here. They're holding out very well, multiple kills, and they're actually going to clean up that first attempt. Whereas before, they got absolutely mopped on the first fight on Route 66. This was very good play from them. Not sure exactly one bit better from them, and you can tell on the kill feed they're probably landing shots, they're probably having better callouts, and they're probably stepping up their game, as naturally happens when you play against better opponents. But nonetheless, they're going to have to continue it, as we do have Fisher over here on the right side in the hotel, going to be looking for that flank and that opportunity. MVP Badger asserting himself onto the point, standing there, as Outsider is going to be chasing down onto Exceed. Fisher taking a lot of damage. Outsider getting so close to taking out Exceed, and he will end up cleaning him up. That's going to be 2 kills so far for them. Gaikin with a double. He's going off right now, does have the Deadeye available, looking for the flashbang, not quite over the shield. Reinhardt going to be going for the charge, does get the pin, but he's saved by Gaikin. Oh, the left click, the flick, the turnaround, the saving of the teammate. And there's going to be a Deadeye. That's going to basically be it here, as B.Fly is going to be able to clean up this match, and they're going to go ahead and take it. Gaikin. We'll go ahead and update the screen title as we are in game 2 of 3. Fail. So much production to update. I keep adding more to myself too. I'm like, you know, it'd be really cool if I add this production because these streams do it. But nonetheless, okay guys, Outsider going to be play of the game. It's probably a Graviton Surge. Yep, I know which one this is. Running up, dropping it in their dome, on their cankles, and then from there just cleaned up as they were absolutely eviscerated. One by one, in a group, doesn't matter. They're all dead. And that's going to be the end of the match. Arcadios Green dropping 0-2 here, unfortunately for them. They're going to be out of the tournament, but B.Fly continues to move on. They're into the round of 16. So we're going to go ahead and be looking up the bracket here, guys, while I take a quick, AFK screen break here. Give you guys some overtalk while I figure out where we're going for the next match. We have a round of 16 match, ideally, coming up. But I'll see if I can get into another match here. It looks like Reason Gaming has yet to get into their match, and they'll be playing Liptide. So Liptide, that should be a really good match. I'll probably be going to that, either that or Exequio Overwatch. And of course, you guys can follow along in the brackets by typing !bracket. I'm going to go ahead and get the window capture going here for you guys, so that I can pull up the brackets, and then that way you guys can follow along with me real quick. I hadn't done that yet today, as I have been mainly just been doing lobbies. Games have been going back and forth very quickly. So we're going to go ahead and remove that. We're going to go ahead and click that. So ideally, guys, what we saw B.Fly beat Arcadios Green at the bottom of your screen. Go ahead and put that right there. We're going to be looking at either Reason Gaming OW or Exequio Overwatch, one of those two winners. That's where we're going to be going next. But over here at the top of the bracket, there's plenty of good teams today, guys. This is the last opportunity for these teams. Now, again, it goes to the round of 8 today. So at the top of the bracket, I'll do a quick bracket breakdown for you based on what I know. Again, this is personal opinion. This is based upon what I see, what I analyze, etc. I imagine we'll be seeing Overwatch Kings in the round of 16 today versus Free Agents. That should be a very good match. I hope to get past that, but we'll see. ESL will probably want that one. I imagine it'll be Other Team versus Rift, but Other Team will probably end up winning that one. If we scroll down into the bracket, as I want to scroll down on the right side of it, Exequio Overwatch will probably make it through the bottom half and be playing up against Team Era, but I do put a decent shot over there for Reason Gaming, as well as, what's the other team in there that I'm missing? Crusadude. They played Mata in the King of the Hill match. And then over down towards the bottom of the bracket, I really expect B.Fly to make it to top 8. We just saw them take out Arcadios Green. Most likely they'll be playing, I have no idea, between T for Tilt and the other team. Team Eager, see them around quite a bit. I expect they'll play Choke. I want Choke personally to win because I like Choke. I know the members well. I'd really like to see them perform and make it to the LAN. Skylong did really well yesterday in the Go Forward Cup, so most likely they'd be making it through to the top. And at the bottom, I mean, We United, guys. They're Too-Easy's new team, Shadowburn. We United. Slasher might be playing on that, though he's casting later today for the Alienware Cup. So lots of really good teams, lots of really good games available for you guys. And of course, we'll be getting back into the action here in a moment as I get into another match. But I want to say thank you so much for all your guys' viewership and tuning in. All of you guys for stopping by, Arcadios Greens fans. It's awesome of you guys, and I definitely want to say thank you so much for your guys' viewership. And of course, if you guys want to stay around, that'd be awesome. We're going to be bringing more action for you guys today for the ESL EU Atlantic Showdown number 4. Of course, I do more casting. So give you guys some plugs and then over to the music. And then, of course, into next game is kind of the schedule. But first, for the plugs, of course, you guys should be following @PlayOverwatch and @ESL Overwatch on Twitter. Of course, @ESL Overwatch is the ones hosting the event, and @PlayOverwatch is the one providing the $100,000 as well as the LAN servers at the LAN. In addition to that, if you guys enjoyed the casting, you can follow me on Twitter @RaptorZOW. That's the best way to show support. But but the easiest way is just clicking follow on the channel below, because I do all of my casting here. In addition to that, if you guys want to follow the VODs or watch any of my previous casts, you guys can do that on my YouTube, linked below, youtube.com/user/DotaRaptors, and all of the VODs from this are there, as well as all my VODs from Go4, as well as my analysis series called Strat Watch, and I do a new one called Patch Watch. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out all that, you can, and definitely do go out on social media and let people know that there are more games to watch here on this stream, Twitch TV/DotaRaptors, and there's also Twitch TV/ESL_Overwatch and Twitch TV/GoSuGamers. But with that, guys, we're going to kick it to some music. We're going to be getting into the games in just a moment, and I'm RaptorZ. We'll be right back here with more action for the ESL Atlantic Showdown EU Qualifier number 4. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are amazing. Amazing! I had to do it, I'm sorry.